In case you didn't know, the Redmi Note 5 selling in India is in fact the Redmi 5 Plus in China. Now, to complicate things further, Xiaomi launched a Redmi Note 5 in China yesterday. But this is what they sell as the Redmi Note 5 Pro in India. So what's this video about? Well, the Chinese variant of the Redmi Note 5 Pro comes with a few changes, and in today's video, let's see what they are. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and before we begin, here's a card to our latest giveaway. I'll also be leaving a link in the description below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our daily content. For the most part, the Chinese variant of the Redmi Note 5 Pro is very similar to India's Redmi Note 5 Pro. Built-in design remain almost the same, and so does the screen. If you want to know more about these, here's a card to our unboxing video, probably even our review. We'll create a playlist. It's now, coming back. It's got the same Snapdragon 636 chip, but gets 3, 4 and 6 RAM options. We don't have a 3GB RAM variant in India. The Chinese variant also has dual 4G standby, so you can say have VoLTE on both SIMs, something again that's not possible with the Indian variant. Moving on to the cameras, here's where we have the major changes. The secondary 5 megapixel depth sensor remains unaffected. The primary camera is still 12 megapixels, but it now comes with an f1.9 aperture compared to f2.2 on the Indian variant. The sensor size has also been increased, resulting in a pixel size of 1.4 microns compared to 1.25 on the Indian variant. A larger sensor plus a wider aperture means the Chinese variant should be able to capture better images under low light and also have a shallower depth of field. Well, in theory at least. Do you think we should import a unit and do a detailed test? Is that a video you'd be interested in? Let us know in the comments below. Guys, now one weird thing we noticed was that both cameras seem to be capped at 1080p. We mentioned this in our review of the Indian Redmi Note 5 Pro, and it seems like Xiaomi still hasn't gotten around to activating 4K on the phone. Anyway, moving on, these days everyone seems to be jumping on the AI bandwagon, so it's no surprise that Xiaomi too has embraced it here. The front snapper for the Chinese variant has a lower pixel count, 13 megapixels compared to 20 on the Indian unit, but it looks to make up for that with a ton of features. Xiaomi calls it AI beauty mode and AI lighting. There is also a portrait mode for the front camera. Again, that's available in the Indian variant, except this too is powered by AI. Whatever that means. At this point, it seems more like a catchphrase that Xiaomi stuffed into wherever they could. Coming to the actual changes, the selfie camera does support HDR and can control the front flash depending on the lighting conditions. Now, while Indian users can't expect the hardware to be changed, maybe Xiaomi will bring some of these software features to the Indian variant. We have no official confirmation from Xiaomi, but it sure would be nice if they did. Now, the final change that's worth mentioning, okay, before we get to the price, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. We did read multiple reports of the Chinese variants porting a Type-C port along with support for Quick Charge 3.0 compared to micro USB plus Quick Charge 2.0 on the Indian variant, but we've not been able to confirm that. Xiaomi's Chinese website says nothing regarding this. We have reached out to Xiaomi for a comment and are yet to hear back. If and when we do, we'll add that to the description below, so do check that space. So now, coming to the final change, pricing. There's not a lot different here. In fact, the Indian variants are priced cheaper. The 464 in China is priced at 1399 yuan and the 664 at 1699 yuan, both about 400-500 rupees higher than the Indian pricing. What is worth mentioning is the presence of a 332 variant at 1099 yuan or about 11,300 Indian rupees. Now, personally, I'd rather see this variant sold in India than the Indian Redmi Note 5 with the Snapdragon 625 chip. That was a little disappointing, but a 332 variant with Snapdragon 636, dual cameras and all that for just 11,000 rupees. Now, that would have been an awesome deal, well worth an upgrade that's well worth coming from the Redmi Note 4. I mean, again, I wouldn't expect you guys to upgrade from a Redmi Note 4, but it would be a good upgrade for Xiaomi to launch. Do you feel Xiaomi should just drop the 625 Redmi Note 5 and bring the 332 variant of the Redmi Note 5 Pro to India? Let me know in the comments below. So that's it for this video. What did you think about the launch? Excited to see Xiaomi pay a lot more attention to the cameras, or disappointed to see a better Chinese variant launch at roughly the same price so damn soon? Again, you know how to let us know what you think, the comments. So if you hated this video, then you know what to do. But if you did like it, then go ahead, smash that like button, get subscribed to C4eTech, and click on that bell icon to become part of our notification squad. So I guess it's time to bid you adieu. This is Ash. You've been watching C4eTech, and you guys have a great day. Or if you're watching it at night, goodbye and good night.